Hello everyone, this is Fode Emeritus Kama, your legal advice. You can follow me on WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and that of my YouTube channel. The law is a beautiful thing, be inspired. Today we are going to talk about an interesting topic in respect to the 1991 Constitution, Act No.6. To be specific, we are going to talk about Chapter 2, Chapter 3 in respect to justiciability and non-justiciability. To start with, Chapter 2 talks about what? The fundamental principle of states policy. To simply put, or for a better understanding, it means the relationship between the government and its citizenry. For instance, it is upon the government to provide good and quality education for its citizenry, as established in Section 9, and also social objective, foreign policy, and what have you. It's upon the government to provide all these basic amenities for its citizenry. But however, if the government fail to do as prescribed or as established in Chapter 2 of the 19th Constitution, Act No.6, no one should bring an action against them, as established in Section 14, which makes Chapter 2 for it not to be justiciable, which simply means no one should bring an action against the government if they failed to do the needful as prescribed or established in the 1991 Constitution, Act No.6, to be specific, Chapter 2. And some other legal prudence sees this as a situation wherein if people are allowed to bring lawsuits against the government, then the government won't be able to operate in a peaceful atmosphere. Now, this brings us to Chapter 3 of the 1991 Constitution, Act No.6. Chapter 3 talks about the protection of human rights. For instance, the protection to right to life, freedom of movement, protection from deprivation of using your own private property, protection from inhuman treatment, protection from discrimination, and what have you. These are the basic rights of individual as established in the 19th Constitution, Act No.6, Chapter 3. If these rights have been tampered with, nothing precludes you to bring an action against the individual, as established in Section 28. Section 28 talks about the protection of these rights. So if these rights have been tampered with in respect, for instance, the right to life, right to freedom of movement, if these rights have been tampered with, someone tried to deprive you from these rights, nothing precludes you for you to bring an action against the individual, which makes this chapter for it to be justiciable, as established in Section 28. We are in for Chapter 2, which talks about the fundamental principles of state policy, which talks about the relationship between the government and its citizenry. It is not justiciable as enshrined in Section 14. We are if the government failed to do as prescribed or registered in the 1991 Constitution, Act No.6, Chapter 2, no one can bring an action against them. Whereas for Chapter 3, it is justiciable. When it comes to the fundamental human rights, if your right to life, right to freedom of movement, right to protection from discrimination, inhuman treatment, and what have you, is being tampered with, if these rights have been tampered with, then nothing precludes you for you to bring an action against the individual. So this makes Chapter 3 for it to be justiciable. We are in Chapter 2 for it not to be justiciable. Thank you all. Comment, like, and share.